Hello viewers, thanks for watching this program. This is the success story of PMP certified people, and Sriram Kumar here. This is on the Republic Day. So happy Republic Day wishes to you all. I know one other video was giving that I'm in a Brazil t-shirt and talking about Republic Day. Of course, we celebrate Republic Day, also play football to make and keep ourselves healthy. So Sachin is in front of us, who cleared PMP on December 28th. And first, congratulations, Sachin, for this wonderful achievement.
Thank you, Shram. Thanks a lot.
Great. Let's look at the certificate. The color gives a lot of satisfaction, sense of joy. I'm sure Sachin would have felt it when he saw this orange certificate on his board. Yeah. Did you, Sachin, got that great amount of joy?
Oh yes, absolutely, Shram. It's one dream thing that all the project managers typically look for, and these days it's quite in demand. So truly appreciate the support, the guidance that you and the entire ShriLearning group has given. So it's quite nice.
Great to know. Great to know. So Sachin, give a little background about you, and we always want to know why someone has to come for PMP. What made them to come? Because many people in the market still in a doubt. Is it worth for going for PMP? So when somebody says it's this is why I came for PMP, it may help. So give a little background about yourself.
Yeah. So I come from a project management background, but my entire experience has been into the predictive approach. But this time, I took PMP because I wanted to explore more on the the agile aspect of it. And I believe, after learning the agile aspect of it, I believe this is one thing that all project managers, aspiring or the existing ones, should go for it. It's one practical approach which in these disruptive days, when a lot of things have been changing, one should be really hands on on it. And PMP, with the update and addition of agile, I think having a training done with it, and a certification done with it, so theoretical and the aspect after you learn, you can really go back and implement in your professional and working background. So quite happy with doing PMP certifications with the certificate. So yeah, I think
makes sense. I got the point that anyone in the management has to go through the flow of reading how management works along with the current trend of agility, right? We cannot tell agile is all, but we have to know what it is as well, which is part of our curriculum. Okay, good. Super good. Thanks for giving that heads up. And you may be out of college or reading habits for some time. Can I assume that?
Yes, absolutely. I did my bachelor's in 2005, so it's been around 15 years.
Pretty long time. Yeah. Now, this question I'm putting for the many viewers who have this problem or who have this self-doubt. Hey, I'm out of books after a long time. That too, Indian way of studying is read only for exam, clear it, then forget it. Okay. So now, how do you catch up? How do you able to catch up that gap? How do you prepare yourself?
See, Sriram, surely, it's really, practical, and it's really right also, after, your 10, 15 years of, college pass out, when you start reading, it is challenging. No doubt it was challenging for me as well. The concentration focus, it's very minimal, one or the other thing comes up. You have family commitments, you have office commitments, and these days, when COVID is there, the calls have increased up to a very large extent. But the important thing for me was, I actually tried giving myself a time in one single room. Okay, I just used to go in my study room or the office room, and my office hours, okay, I will be available only up to 6. If there is any urgency or any critical thing, just put in a sort of like out of office or available only for the urgent needs. A timetable typically I used to put. So for me, in front of my study table, I had put a date. Okay, on this date I'm going to give an exam, and a timetable, a daily routine which I'm going to do. So for me, as soon as I wake up till I sleep, there was a full day routine which I had set it up. But yeah, I mean, it's really easy to make a timetable, but following is the main important thing. And the entire credit and support also goes to the family, your wife, your mother, who helps you, and actually they are the main enablers. The other thing which I really do is I used to keep myself away from all media, be it phone, be it TV, or any other thing. So for me, I just used to, for 2 to 3 hours on weekdays, and 6 to 8 hours on weekends, I used to just close myself in that room, keeping my phone outside, keeping everything outside. And if there is anything which is coming as a critical thing, I used to tell my family, okay, if you see a call happening, coming for the second time, just knock the door and give me the phone. Otherwise, I'll just focus on it. So it was challenging. I mean, initial days were really, really hard. Maintaining and getting that focus is very, very tough. But as you go along, and as you are determined that you have given yourself a time, and the date when you see in front of your screen, okay, 20th December, I really want to crack this exam. So just be determined, and and over a period of time, as it says, 26 days of anything that you do new becomes a habit. So that things actually comes into a habit. Initially it was challenging, but the moment it crossed after 20 days, it's gradually becoming into a habit pattern for me. And yeah, then after that, so it's all studying and giving
Perfect.
exam mock mini.
Perfect. Like that. Really like that points. Whatever you said, I'm sure the viewers who are watching this, definitely helpful to them. And specifically mentioned a point after this COVID and work from home, the calls have increased.
Yeah.
I think many of us agree with that. The number of hours we set up in front of computer, it gone higher than what we used to do in office. Office, we generally socialize in coffee time, tea time. We'll catch up a lot of information, which is not happening now. So we have to have a back in front of calls. Yeah. And I like the idea of keeping the phones away from your room. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's going to save a lot of time. Very good.
Yeah. I mean, I believe these days phone is the main distraction. Actually, it's not about that you are able to focus or you're not able to focus. Those notifications are actually the time killers.
Right. Even nothing comes, you open the mobile and check anything has come.
Anything, yeah. I mean, I mean, I see within my family and relatives and friends also. I mean, as soon as you woke up, you just start checking on your phone and notifications.
No, you just walk on the roadside. You can see everyone sitting at the mobile.
Yes.
Like a zombies you have become. Anyway, that's a point. So now, as a question of reading, I found that you made a pattern of it. But when you want to answer the questions, definitely reading helps. At the same time, answering question, does it bring something on your personal experience knowledge also? Being in the industry for a while, were you able to bring that to the exam questions?
Yeah, see, Sriram, I mean, see, theoretical aspect is one thing, but my recommendation, okay, the thing that I did, and I feel it's a sort of recommendation. People can try it also. It's important, once you do a theoretical thing, you have to implement in your office routine as well. And until unless you don't implement it, you will not be able to completely understand or grasp that complete thing. So which is why I attended the batch, the May month batch, and which went up till June. But then as I was reading, I was trying to relate it or implement that in my profession. And once you implement that in your profession, it becomes really easy to to get that scenario based questions in the exam. Surely reading, I mean, if you read Rita or PMBOK, the exact things never comes in exam. It's all situation or scenario based questions, and those things will only come when you read something and try to understand or manage it in your profession. And that's how it's easy. When you go for your exam, you will be able to understand that scenario and crack
Makes
the
sense.
exams with
Makes sense.
the
Makes sense. Makes sense. I think you're looking as a practical knowledge, whether we applied all or not, at least try something what you learned, right? That's a very important point I'm hearing. Very good. Nice. Now, also there is an worry, Sachin, for many of us who cross 10, 15 years experience. Some of our experience may not be counted into PMI's model of question, because PMI model would be looking for most successful project in the world. We may have worked in a project, but not sure whether it's success or failure. We have done something. But this knowledge of ours sometimes clashes with what PMI's successful projects. So that's why I think many people little worry there. But what I hear from you is learn the theory and apply in your corporate and see how it works.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. See, yeah, Shriram, see, I think success of any project is up to what you put a baseline. But if you go back and see, the baselines that you put in the initial phase of your project, I believe only maybe 5 to 10% only projects will get it. But that doesn't mean that your project is actually a failed project. That's the baseline from the resources standpoints that typically company wants to, put you, because they have multiple projects, in the company which are running. And missing on few of them doesn't make that your project is unsuccessful. It's it's still a success. So I think important is to do the key things, try to maintain those, like from a time management, from a stakeholder management, anything which doesn't come on a major miss is always a success. We always have margins in our all baselines that we typically put.
Right.
So,
trying to reduce the variation. The variation
yes,
can be lesser, right?
exactly. So
If I say a schedule of
yeah, you're right. It's a variation. The more you bring that, 3 sigma,
yes.
6 sigma thing, you try to minimize the variation. You try to make that bell curve.
Lesser the variation, better we are. That's the thought you're putting. Okay, makes sense. So now, you being at the senior level in corporates, how do you see agile is being digested at the team level or at the header level? Because you being learned in agile in PMP, first I want to understand, was it challenging for you to learn, or it is straightforward?
It was the thing is, so agile actually, typically exist in these days, in a lot of corporates, and especially big corporates. Once I learned it, and couple of facts you already know, because you are there in the corporate, things are happening, but you are not able to adjust it theoretically, and you don't know actually, okay, oh, this is agile.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it was. When I was experienced into something, but theoretical and practical, when that connect happens, then okay, oh, this is what agile is all about. Okay, so there are a couple of learnings which you don't see in your practical world, but it exists in theoretical world. Couple of things exist in theoretical world, but it's not there in practical world. So when that, that bridge happens, that connect happens, that makes it, that's make a person to be an expert, or, to know about, okay, this is what agile is. Initially, yes, it was a little challenging, but, with the kind of work, that I am doing, I was able to relate it. And, that's again, the thing that I took some time to, to make that connect more strong. And so it was, I think initially it was tough, but over a period of time, it was fine. And these days, I think all corporates, not just corporates, I would say, all, even the startups and everybody, is looking for an agile. They are looking for fail fast and learn, learn.
That's true. That's true. They don't want to put a bigger investment and fail, rather make a small investment. Guys, show me some results, we'll do incrementally. Right. That's a mindset I'm seeing. Good. Because
and all corporates has it, all startups has it, all corporates has it. Even, this is becoming, you see, I mean, I'll give you a very, small example. My father was doing gardening. He said, thoda jaldi karo na. Dekho na ki kya problem hai. No, what is it? I mean, this is a basic example in your house. When my father does to the, to the gardener that, please jaldi karo na, can you find it out? What is the problem? Can you see it? What is there? This is nothing but, a basic example in your house only. And everybody wants to see the problem early, detect the problem early.
Yeah, right. That's right. The mindset of people has changed in the last 50, 60 years. And it was highly used in manufacturing industry. And then it moved to IT. Now it's every industry feeling that, guys, we have to do economically lean concepts and make results outcoming. That's interesting. Quite interesting. Nice talking to you. Okay, now let's give some idea about the exams. Did you went for center-based or online? How you did?
No, I went for center based. I was very particular about actually any exam that I do, I go for center based because I don't want to bring any, those multiple X in my, I want to basically reduce the variation. So I want to reduce those factors. So
Reduce the variation.
I seriously don't want to bring anything. I said, and frankly speaking, I reached center, 4 hours before.
How many hours?
4 hours before.
Man, you could have done 2 exams.
See, I actually don't wanted to ensure that if there is a breakdown in my car.
Oh God, man, too much of risk planning you did.
Yeah, no, in that way, I was very particular. I said, okay, I'll leave early, reach there early, have my tea, coffee, sit in a silent place.
Oh, that was what you did, man. So
See, that 4 hours was actually become 4 hours when you see that there is no traffic. So
right.
you expect that there will be some traffic.
By the
You
way,
may not.
which city you written the exam?
No, Bangalore only.
Then what's it? We know about Bangalore.
Yes. So we know about Bangalore, when there could be a traffic problem, there could be a parking problem, there could be a car breakdown problem. So any problem can come. I said, boss, go early, sit there, have your tea, coffee once, twice, read it more, or do your walking, which you typically do to focus your mind. So I was just doing there only at the center and early.
I like this strategy. Some people, what they do, in the same city, they take a hotel next to the exam center. And stay in the center, not at home. The reason is they want to just walk down from the hotel, go to the exam. They don't want to drive the car. I mean, the people who are maybe 2 hours away from the exam center, 3 hours away. These people are, that is also one of the strategy followed. But I like this 4 hours of strategy.
I mean, I was in the same city. We don't want to take a hotel, but yeah, the risk planning has to be there. And this is one of the modules you have to be, strong on your unpredictable risk.
How was the timing of the exam? 4 hours was sufficient for you for 180 questions?
Yeah. See, I was basically neck to neck in completing the exam, which was only 2 minutes left out. But yeah, I was able to finish it completely. Though the 60 questions of time planning, I couldn't match it. It was 95, 75, and 65 or 70. That kind of variation happened. And yeah, initially I just it took me some time to see, adjust and to focus and doing it right. But yeah, once I set it up, then it was fine to go ahead.
Very good. Very good. And was it something on mathematics? Usually they're not asking any questions. Did you found anything on that area? Nothing came back. And can I assume that more drill was towards hybrid model, telling that your project is in the predictive, moving to kind of.
So I do got around, I think minimum 8 to 10 questions were like this, who were changing things. But I found a lot on agile. So so agile was pretty.
Okay, that's a trend of questions there. Okay, very good. Also, there is some people tell that, hey, questions are very lengthy. It took a long time for me to read. Was it so?
Yes. So lengthwise it was, and I actually during my mini mocks and full mocks, that was actually one of the things. So during that preparation time, I ensured that I have to be fast in absorbing the question and go for the answers quickly. So yeah, the questions were lengthy. I believe all questions were lengthy only, like minimum 2 to 3 lines were there. Even some were having more.
All right.
That was actually a thing where during your preparation time you have to cover that up.
Got you. Nice. Good to know. So now if somebody is preparing for exams and they're doubtful whether I can go for exam or not, there are many people like this. They prepare, read, they take one mock exam, they park it in the shelf. They think, am I ready or not? So if they are listening to this video, what is your suggestions to them?
See, I feel, Sriram, consistency is one thing on reading, making a timetable and going for it, and have your results on mini mocks. So basically I have an Excel tracker where I have tracked all my weekend questions that you guys post, mini mocks, full mock from, I took a study hall also, and so total, I think around 8 full mocks I have done. There was a complete Excel tracker where I was, checking my pattern. How is it going on? If you practice a lot, and basically it's nothing but practice. It's all situation scenario based questions. You really just can't think, okay, I'm done with few mocks or few, 1 or 2 full mocks and I'll just go for it. It's all situation scenario based. So the more you practice, the better it is. And frankly speaking, my reading, when I finished off my reading, quite early, but I took more time in understanding those situations and scenarios. And percentage, I don't think percentage is one criteria where you can tell yourself, okay, if I get 80, I'm good, or if I'm getting 60, I'm bad. No, that's actually not the criteria. But it is one important thing which gives you a confidence, and it's important to consider. You just cannot neglect it.
That's an indication tells you are in that range of scores,
so if
but that
you
doesn't
think,
mean.
if you think that you are getting over 70 or so, you should be ready for the exam. Important is do that retrospection of the wrong answers that that you made. If you're not doing it, then it could be a loss, because again, it's a situation scenario based things. So one thing I really wanted to tell is do that retrospection, do more practice, and be consistent with your plan. Yes, 1-2 days, urgencies, and everybody has urgency, everybody has one or the other thing, but again, it is you who, if you are really determined to do it, okay, then only it will happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. How much eager to get it? That's what it is. Right. That's fantastic.
I actually made it like, okay, 28th December is just a do or die situation.
You put a written statement, right, on the wall.
Yeah, I do that. I do a lot of that. So in front of me, like goals, all my motivation things, my plan things, couple of important things, I do it. And especially for PMP, I did a lot. One cheat sheet of Agile, I have put it, all my plans. So
very good. Nice to know. Nice to know. I think that's very important to drive us, irrespective of a lot of distractions around us, right? Too many things happening. It's not easy. Super good. Thanks, Sachin. I want to give a thanks for you to coming up here to give this valuable input to talk about success stories. The reason for giving the success stories, someone like hearing any part of the world can get a small hint and a little motivation, and they may stuck in their life not moving forward. Listening something like this will help them to move forward. That's the intention. Super good. So thanks a lot once again, and shine more as you learn and apply. I keep telling that, but already you're applying. That's what you said. You applied, you learned out of it, and then that is helpful for your exams. And we are very thankful for people who come up here and give such kind of success stories. Right? Great. Any final minute note you have?
No, I think no, that's it. It's just just do it is one thing I really wanted to tell all the aspirants. Be consistent with your plan and just do it. Don't think much. Okay, this is right, this is wrong. Important is on retrospection. And yeah, and I as a last note, I just wanted my entire family to give the credit. Entire thing goes to my family. My wife, my mother. I have 2 kids. The elder one is little okay, because he can take care of himself, but the young one was very difficult, and it was not easy to.
I saw you in your post. You invited, you said about your mom, dad, kids.
Yeah, I did for everything, and trust me, it is because of them only. Otherwise, a toddler at home, it is really tough. And when the entire family, because of COVID, is inside the home, so getting you that that ambience is very important.
Right.
So, thanks to the entire family member.
Perfect.
And the people who helped me, supported me. So big kudos to each one of them, and to you. You are the guru, so guru comes first. Thanks to you. Thanks to you.
I appreciate that. Thanks for that. Keep rocking more. And all the viewers watching this video, give your likes and comments, and I'm sure some inputs from Sachin would help you. At the same time, always I say that you cannot copy someone's pattern. You can only take some inputs and you have to create your own. One interesting with Sachin is have a goal in front of you. Just do it. That's what he repeated a few times. Just do it. Okay. That's the message. Thanks, Sachin. Have a good time. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Shriram. Thank you. Have a good day. Take care.